Well, getting ready for the Bonehead Truckers Car and Truck Show at the end of this week. Also, a couple of idiots and Ass-Wagons. We got Maple, we got some load updates, and trying to do some more stuff on the truck on this episode of
the Clutch Trucker Channel.
Clutch Trucker, filmed before a live and fuzzy and very sweet studio audience. Yep, it's Maple, the world-famous Pancake dog. Hey YouTube, Clutch Trucker here. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Clutch Trucker Channel. Alright, it is, it's officially now Monday the 9th, or you can call it late Sunday night, whatever you want, whichever way you want to look at it. I had more stuff I needed to do with the truck, and I was trying to get the rest of the stuff done, the other custom stuff I was going to do for the truck before the Bonehead Truckers Car and Truck Show, a little thing down here, coming up this weekend, Friday and Saturday, 13th and 14th in Calhoun, Georgia. I did have a load booked to get me empty Thursday in Alabama, and then of course RXO called me back and said, hey, they've moved the pickup date on that one to the Monday the 9th. You still want it? I'm like, no, I've got another load I'm picking up on Monday the 9th. Picking up the Lignite again tomorrow in Glen Rock, Wyoming. So right now I'm parked in Orange Junction Rest Area, about 40 miles away, because I wanted to come up. I always try to drive closer at night before all the wind is all that bad, because it gets much worse in the daytime. Anyway, we'll talk more about the Bonehead Trucker Show a little bit later on in the video. First, I just got to dive into a couple idiots and Ass-Wagons. As I was driving after I picked up the Lignite last week, and I'm on my way across Highway 18 to Lusk, and there's a car in front of me, and they turn their signal on. They're going to supposedly get off at this little tiny Three Sisters truck stop there, and they get in the turn lane, and they start to go, and then they change their mind at the last second. I'm now on the right side on the shoulder, because I was just trying to go around them. It's just a two-lane road there. And they change their mind. They whip back over, and then I'm like now in the right turn lane, and they start trying to come over. Okay, look. You can see he turns his signal on, moves over as if he's going to turn off there, and all of a sudden, whoops, changes his mind. We're going 70 miles an hour. Okay, and I'm trying to stay to the right. Oh, and he almost hits me there because he's trying to go that way now. What a jerk. Okay, so you didn't want to go there. You changed your mind. How about looking around you to make sure there's not, like, let's say, a giant truck right next to you? Morons. And speaking of morons, UPS, as I was trying to leave the Quick Star in Brooklyn, Iowa, he's coming off the off-ramp, and he has to stop. I need to keep going straight so I can get on the on-ramp on the other side. I guess he assumed I was maybe turning right. Just pulls out in front of me. Alright, I'm pulling out of the Quick Star, getting on the side road there, and yep, right there, you can see him, UPS. He's coming up, he's got a stop sign. Do I have my right signal on? No, I'm going straight, but yet he pulls out in front of me anyway. Sheesh. Fucking moron. What an asshat! Alright, so anyway, last week after I delivered the Lignite in Wisconsin, then I picked up a load Thursday, way down in the Quad Cities. I talked about that in the last video, and that brought me back to Loveland, Colorado. It was Sterilite containers. You know, they make all the different plastic boxes, and you can buy them at Walmart. And problem with that is that they're all floor loaded, which means it takes forever to get unloaded. I think it was around 5 hours, 45 minutes I was stuck there all day Saturday. So, yeah, if you're buying one of those plastic boxes to store stuff in, like I have back up there, right there, see behind me on the shelf, those are Sterilite ones, and you bought them at the Walmart anywhere in the Colorado, Wyoming area, well, you're welcome. Yeah, so got home late afternoon on Saturday, and then tried to get some. I had this major problem. My bank, it's a credit union, they sent me out a new debit cards to replace the old ones, because this one's it's the touch to pay. I don't care about the touch to pay, but they give me new numbers. And so that means, you know what you got to do? You got to go through all of your subscriptions and everything and change your payment method. My current cards weren't supposed to expire until November. And so then I had to spend a few hours Saturday night doing that. I spent a few hours today getting all that done. And that is annoying as hell, because they don't make it too easy on a lot of these websites for a lot of these things to update your payment information. Really hacked off of my bank. I didn't want this. I didn't want the tap to pay. I don't care if I can. Well, let's make it more easier. And then they just put it, you'll love this. Oh, and by the way, you got to change all your subscriptions. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for giving me 6 hours worth of work that I wasn't planning on, and they were canceling my current debit cards by tomorrow, Tuesday. So I had to just... that just chaps my butt. But anyway, here we are in Orange Junction again, like I was in the last video. Go pick up the lignite tomorrow. I have at least the 2 days to do this one, instead of the 1 day turnaround I had to do last week. I do have a load picking up Wednesday after I deliver in Rostow, Wisconsin. I got to go pick up in Random Lake, Wisconsin, a load of Coca-Cola products going down to Atlanta. And that one doesn't deliver until Friday morning. So I won't be there first thing Friday morning for the Bonehead Truckers Car and Truck Show. I'll put that again right here. But I should be there probably by early afternoon, and I'm going to be there all day Saturday. You need to come by, because I've got some stuff. I'm going to be selling these things. Junior O has a 3D printer, and he made a whole bunch of these for me. Clutch Trucker, little airline release tools. You know, if you've had these quick disconnect or connect fittings, when you're trying to deal with it, like you're crawling under your trailer or something, and you're trying to fit some pliers in there to push this little, because you got to push this little ring in to get it to come off, okay? Well, if you're trying to hold pliers in one hand and grab the thing with the other hand, it's not very handy. Well, he made these things. They're little tools. So you see, you just slide it on the neck of the thing there, and what it does is that it pushes that ring for you. So you can just pull on the airline and do that, and pop, it pops off. Great little tools. He printed up a variety of these, and I'm going to be selling these to help benefit the truck driver that the whole truck show is all about. So we'll have those, and I'm going to be giving away some of the Clutch Trucker refrigerator magnets. Junior O also printed up a whole bunch of these for me. Alright, so this one looks a little more like Rusty. We don't have Rusty anymore. We have Maple now, but it's still a dog. And so there's a few different ones in different colors. So if you just come up and you ask me for one of these, I'll give you one. So there's a reason to come on by. What do you think? So I really hope to see you there. I know Ike with Bonehead Truckers is going to be there. There's a couple other people I've talked to who are going to come on by. I'll be there, like I say, the rest of the afternoon. As soon as I get up there Friday, I'll be there Friday afternoon, and I'll be there all day Saturday. And then, of course, Sunday I got to go pick up another load because, you know, I got to make the scratch. And as I mentioned earlier, I had to do some other work on the truck. I had to pick up some drive axle airbags. I had replaced one a year ago and had to do the other 3. And I paid a shop to put those on. But I did not pay a shop to do the quarter fenders that I had to replace. And so that probably saved me a couple $100, but yeah, one of them wasn't easy. Like always, when I'm home, seems like I'm doing some work on the truck, so had to pick up some drive axle airbags that I went and had put on somewhere. And then I attacked the quarter fender. Had to put on 2 new quarter fenders because this one here, what had happened is it was an all plastic one along this tube, went onto the bracket there, and it had cracked. And so this was flopping back. And so the tire, of course, was rubbing and took out like that whole section of it there. But so I had to replace that one, and it was cheaper to buy an aftermarket set. So I did both than just doing the one. So yeah, there we go. So we got the new quarter panels on, and these have a steel tube, so it shouldn't have the same issue. But these are plastic right there. That one, the old one on that side, I had to take my grinder and cut the bracket off because I couldn't get the nuts undone. So luckily I had my grinder and could do that. All right, so we did get new, we call them airbags. They're also called air springs. All right, so I had to replace one last year, and because it was leaking, and one or 2 or more of the others started leaking. So here's the one I did last year. So now we did all the rest. You can see it down there on that side as well, the air springs. So now we've got basically all new air springs, or airbags as we call them, here on the truck. So that should take care of my little air leak issue. And then here's the other new quarter fender on this side. So there you go. And now they match, because they were mismatched before. And then redid a lot of the plumbing stuff that I wanted to kind of hold. Because when I did it a couple of weeks ago, I just made it so it worked. But I wanted to redo things and make them a little bit better, and move that air line or that water line down that kind of crisscrossed in front of the door. So I did that. I haven't finished doing the little Murphy bed thing. Hopefully I'll do that over the road in the next few days before the truck show, or I'll be finishing that up on Friday while I'm there. And I got to build a little shroud for the pump. So those are my other tasks. So, but anyway, come to the show. We hope to see you Friday and Saturday, 13th and 14th in Calhoun, Georgia at the airport. Well, thanks for tuning in for that one. Yeah, I just had to throw something. It's been almost a week again since I've done the last video, but I've been running my butt off, and we need a chance to show off Maple, and then she gets her treats and all that stuff. Thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe. Please like, comment, share, thumbs up, and all that jazz. Clutch Trucker on Instagram, Clutch Trucker on Twitter X, Clutch Trucker 5 on TikTok, and as always, sniff that magic YouTube fairy dust. Clutch and Maple, out. Come on, Griswold. You think that sign is there to hold the table down? What can I do with $5? I don't know. Buy a bullet and rent a gun? All right, Maple, sweetie. You ready for some Charlie Bears? Oh, yep. She's ready for the Charlie Bears. All right. I got them right behind you. Ooh. You're looking over at the bag. You know where they are. All right. Here they go. These are a different flavor. She's not quite as wild about this flavor, but she still eats them up. Right there, Maple. Oh, yes. Loving the Charlie Bear treats. Loving the Charlie Bear treats. Oh, yeah. I'll give you a couple more. Alrighty. Loving them treats. Alright, last one. There you go. Look at that tail wag. She just loves them. Alright, happy dog luck, Maple. Happy dog.